Hello everyone, this is Seshu Chira. Welcome you all to Hamska Academy. Today we are going to discuss about print. Before 1789, the colonial state was under the East India Company was not too censored with censorship. So there was no censorship before 1789. Strangely, its early measures to control the printed matter were directed against Englishmen in India who were critical of company's misrule and hated the actions of a particular company officer. So, first of all, the East India Company was a foreign company in India which established its control. So, for the first time, there were restrictions on the printed matter to be printed was against an Indian? No, you are completely wrong there. It was against an Englishman who lives in India, who was critical about the company's misrule and hated the actions of particular company officers. So the first restriction came on the printed matter against the Englishmen in India. The company was very much worried that criticisms might be used by its critics in England to attack its trade monopoly in India. So the company was very much worried because these criticisms can be quoted and can be discussed in the Parliament of UK or England, and they might reduce the trade monopoly rights of the company in India what they are experiencing that time. That is the reason why the company was very much worried about such criticisms which came against it in India. So in 1820, the Calcutta Supreme Court passed certain regulations to control the press freedom, and the company began encouraging publication of newspapers that would celebrate the British rule in India. So why are the people worried about the criticisms which are coming in Indian newspapers? Because the English people thought that these particular newspaper articles will be quoted by the people in UK or in England, and they might reduce the trade monopoly rights which the East India Company has been experiencing and enjoying from 1750s. So they started to publish articles which are celebrating and encouraging the British rule. In 1835, faced with urgent petitions by the editors of English and vernacular newspapers, the then Governor General Bentinck agreed to revise the press laws. So it was in 1835 that the press laws were revised on the request or the petitions made by the English and vernacular newspapers. Thomas Macaulay, a liberal colonial officer, formulated the new rules and restored the earlier freedom. So, first thing we need to remember here in the print and censorship, the print did not target initially the Indian publishers. The first complaint came against the British publishers in India. They are worried, the company, East India Company officials are worried that if anything negative gets published in the country, in India especially, this information will be reaching to England, and there they might quote this information and articles, and they might attack the monopoly rights of trade which the company is being enjoying. That's why they encourage people to write in favor of the company, celebrating the company's rule. There were severe restrictions which were placed in 1820 by the Calcutta Supreme Court through its orders. So in 1835, there was an urgent petition which was brought to the table of Governor General Bentinck by the editors of English and vernacular newspaper, means the local newspapers. Thomas Macaulay looked after all these petitions as a colonial official and formulated the new rules that have restored the earlier freedoms of the press. Then, after the revolt of 1857, the attitude of freedom of press changed. The attitude towards the freedom of press changed. So in 1835, they have revoked the freedom for press. So in 1857, after the revolt, the attitude has completely changed. The enraged Englishmen demanded a clampdown on the native press, because 1857 revolt we studied in grade 8, how the Indians have attacked, showed their anger. So the Englishmen demanded to shut them down, clamp them down on the native press. As the vernacular newspapers became assertive nationalists, the colonial government began to debating the measures on stringent control, because they started to propagate the spirit of nationalism through their articles, through their editorials. So they want to cut it down. They want to stop that kind of measures, articles going into the public. So in 1878, the Vernacular Press Act was passed. So 1878, the Vernacular Press Act was passed, which was modeling the Irish press laws, where strict control on the press has been placed. Strict control on the press has been placed. So it provided the government with extensive rights on the vernacular publishing houses in different provinces. When a report was judged as seditious, the newspaper was warned, and if the warning was ignored, the press was liable to be seized and printing machinery will be confiscated. So as per the 1878 Vernacular Press Act, which is being modeled or copied from the Ireland's Press Act known as Irish Press Laws. So there it provided the government extensive rights, complete rights over the censorship and editorials in the vernacular press, local language press. So first, government will keep a track on the newspapers published articles in the different provinces. If they found it that it is seditious, judged, or it is against the company rules, they will warn it. First step is they will send a warning. If the warning is ignored by the local newspaper, second notice, they will be seizing the machinery of the press. So these were the provisions which are mentioned in the 1878 Vernacular Press Act. So despite of these repressive measures, nationalist newspapers grew in number in all parts of India. Though there is a suppression from all kinds, they will take away the machinery, they will be destroying the machinery, they will seize it, means they will stop it working. In spite of getting all these measures, despite of the repressive measures, the Indian nationalist newspapers grew in number. They reported on the colonial misrule. The newspapers have reported on the colonial misrule and encouraged the nationalist activities to be carried on. So the attempts were made to throttle the nationalist criticism, provoked militant protest. So the attempts were made to shut down or cut it down, the nationalist criticism, which has provoked militant protest. When you try to suppress the voice of somebody, it results in some other kind of aggression. Same thing we can see here. This in turn led to a renewed cycle of persecution and protest. Because of these activities of the government, now the people came into a cycle of activities where they publish an article, then they will be persecuted, and because they are persecuted, there will be protest. Publishing, then persecution, followed by protest. So it became a cycle of activities. So when Punjab revolutionaries were deported in 1907, Bal Gangadhar Tilak wrote with great sympathy about them in his case. When Punjab revolutionaries were deported in 1907, Bal Gangadhar Tilak wrote with great sympathy about them in his Kesari. He published it. This led to his imprisonment in 1908. In 1908, provoking in turn widespread protests all over the country. So it was generating a new way of protest. Initially, they tried to suppress the press. When they tried to suppress the press by getting the Vernacular Press Act or laws of 1878, they tried to suppress the voice. So when they tried to do like this, in all parts of India, the newspaper started to grow in number. So the colonial misrule was reported continuously, which gave momentum for the nationalism. And as they tried to stop this one, the militant protest started. One example you can see here, when Punjab revolutionaries were deported, means sent away from India in 1907, Bal Gangadhar Tilak wrote in his newspaper Kesari that how this can happen. He showed his great sympathy with them. Because of this article, he was arrested in 1908, provoking in turn widespread protest all over India. So with this video, we come to the end of series of lectures on print culture and the modern world. Hope you all are understanding our lessons. Please subscribe and support us. If you need any lesson in particular, do comment below in the section so that we will be making a video on that. Thank you.